Well, hello. Sorry, I was a little late getting this out. As you can tell, I had rotator cuff surgery, so my hair isn't done. It's just hard to do 99% of all the things that I do in the day. Everything takes longer. Everything's a pain in the butt. So I did want to give you some Disney tricks. Today, I want to talk about how can you prepare to go to Disneyland, what you need to do so that you are prepared before you get there. So the first thing I would recommend is downloading the app and adding your credit card onto the app. This is great so that you can avoid lines for food and do just the mobile ordering app. The app helps you know wait times, where the characters' meet and greets are, where bathrooms are. And it is super helpful to have that app downloaded before you even get to the park, and then make sure your credit card is already added. So that's my first big tip that you can do way before you even come. And I like to get on there and just like see when the wait times are for my favorite rides, just for fun. Be early. I know this is hard because it's like I'm on vacation. I don't want to wake up early, but be early because you're going to have to go through security. You're going to be scanning tickets. You're going to be standing in line to scan tickets. It's called rope drop, which means you're waiting at this rope barrier to, as soon as the park opens, run and get on rides. So take advantage of that first Disney golden hour, and the wait times for rides are significantly less. I think we can squeeze in like 10 rides in that first hour. If they're a short ride, so it doesn't take very long, you know, like Fantasyland has really short rides, and you can just walk on them and just boom, 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 go all the way around. So that's why I like that. Being early is good also, especially with like parking, because then you also have to wait for a shuttle. So be early. I know, you're on vacation and you may go multiple days in a row and you're going to be tired. This is why we did Disneyland for 3 days one year, and then we went and got on a cruise ship for a week, because we always joked that you need a vacation from that vacation because you're so exhausted. Figure out your storage. So what I'm trying to say is, are you going to carry a backpack that has your water in it? Do you want a fanny pack for your phone and your wallet? Do you want to have a lanyard around your neck that has maybe your whole pass just printed out and you're putting it there instead of on your phone? Do you want to rent a stroller? Do you want to use a motorized wheelchair for your souvenirs? Do you want to rent a locker on Main Street? So the reason why I say it's a good idea to have storage, they don't let you take really big, you know, you can't take your push wagon onto a ride. Same with your stroller. So you've got to think, if I'm going to buy some souvenirs, what can I do? It's also good to know that you can check your souvenirs, unless it's a popcorn bucket. You can check your souvenirs at a store and say, if you're staying on a Disneyland resort, they will take it to your hotel. If not, they will hold it for you, and then you can get it from like the stroller checkout place at the outside of the park at the end of the day. So just an idea, but think about storage. Where am I going to carry all this stuff? Because you're going on rides. You don't want like a massive backpack. I've taken my smaller little Loungefly looking one, and it worked fine. I used just smaller water bottles. We always try and drink a lot. That's really important. Sunscreen's really important. Like, you just got to think, California, it's warmer. I'm going to be walking a lot. Sometimes 30,000 steps. That's our family. What should you have with you on your person? So this is what I put in my fanny pack and in our little backpack. If my kids are with me, I'll take a bigger backpack because they need to eat every 5 minutes. You're going to want your ticket to the park. I don't know why my hair's all crazy. I'm telling you, people, I can't do my hair without my daughter helping me. So it's like, I'm just waiting for her to get home from school. So you can have your phone, have your ticket if you have the app downloaded. Otherwise, you're going to have to print it out and carry it with you. So in my fanny pack, I've got my cell phone that has the app downloaded. My backpack, I've got my water bottle. I also carry a cell phone charger with the cord. Don't forget the cord. Snacks, sunscreen, mini ears if I'm not already wearing them, any medications, and pain medication and stomach medication. You are going to get sore. Your feet are going to be tired. You might eat too much crap and get a stomachache. Too much delicious treats, I should say, but great for you. Tissues, I don't know why my kids always need them. Band-Aids in case you get some blisters or rubbing on the shoes, and hand sanitizer. Those are the things I carry in like my backpack and in my little fanny pack. Break in a good pair of sneakers before you even get there. Don't go and buy some beautiful Minnie Mouse shoes and walk into the park thinking, this isn't going to destroy my feet. Break those puppies in before you even get to the park. Check the weather to see if you need a jacket or a poncho. I feel like in the evenings in Disneyland and early morning, it's kind of chilly. And I live in Utah, which it's cold 9 months out of the year. So realize that it doesn't start to heat up until a little bit later in the day if you're going in like a spring or a late fall or even the winter months. Like it's going to be a little nippy. I like to have the cheap ponchos, the ones that cost like $1, because they come in a case. I can't bring my other hand up, but come in a case like that big and you can just stick it in your pocket. We pack 4 for everybody in the family. We throw them on. When our trip's over, we chuck them. And it was great. When we went to that trip that was 3 days Disneyland and then a week on a cruise, I was like, we cannot pack our massive, thick ponchos. So that's what we bought, and it rained like 2 out of the 3 days. It was so crazy. But now, every time it rains, we're always like, oh, it's a Disney day. So silly. There is ponchos in the park, but they're significantly more money. Just saying. We weren't super wanting to. I mean, it's cute. Like, they've got, like, little Mickeys on them, but it's like, no, I don't want to do that. Research beforehand what is important to you, such as there are rides that are closed, that are down for refurbishment. For instance, Haunted Mansion is not open right now. Splash Mountain, which will soon be Tiana's Bayou Adventure, is not open. They just closed Winnie the Pooh ride. So, like, look in advance. I think our family, if Pirates of the Caribbean wasn't open, we would not go on the trip because that is our all-time favorite ride. So look ahead and make sure that those rides are there, that maybe there's a treat that's only there during certain times of the year. Make sure that's there. Check these things. You can find them on the app. You can find them on the website, but check them in advance so that you're not like, what? I need Splash Mountain. Let me make sure I've got everything. Figure out how far away your hotel is from the park and if your hotel has shuttle services. So we always stay 90% of the time at Tropicana, which is right across the street from Disneyland. But this last time, my husband and I actually stayed at a Holiday Inn that was about 15 minutes away. So find out if your hotel has shuttle services and like built into the hotel. So if your hotel is like a 5 to 10 minute drive away, usually if they're pretty close, they might have like a bus that you can hop on and they will drop you off right at the entrance of the park. But if it's further away, then you've got to take into consideration driving to the park, parking, taking their shuttle to the park. So take that into consideration. I prefer walking and not renting a car. I have no desire to pay extra money, and I usually use Carmel shuttle service from the airport to the hotel. Or you can use Uber, whatever you want. Decide if you're going to fly into LAX, which is a 45-minute drive into Anaheim. It's probably going to be cheaper. LAX is a bigger airport. John Wayne is 20 minutes away. It's a much smaller airport. We prefer that airport. We didn't use it this last time, though, because it's just me and my husband. We didn't have to worry about 2 kids that get car sick all the time. So we went for cheaper. Figure out if it's walking distance. I just prefer WIC. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just easier. Realize that hotels that are near Disneyland are going to make you pay for parking. Because some people pay for the parking at the hotel and don't necessarily stay there. So I think that would be tricky to figure out, but whatever. Check if your hotel has a free breakfast because it's always cheaper to eat outside the park. There's a McDonald's like right there. Like hop over there, grab that food, and then go in. It does sometimes help to have a big breakfast before you go into the park. We love having, we usually just pack Pop-Tarts and oatmeal, and about 20 minutes into the park, we're all starving. So don't do that. Get a good meal in you because you're going to be walking a lot. When you purchase a set of Disneyland tickets, you actually have a larger time frame to use them. This was news to me. I wish I'd known this. If you decide that you want to go to Disneyland for 2 days and then have a beach day, and then you have your 3rd day back in Disneyland, it's okay. You can do that. You just have to reserve the correct park days. Does that make sense? So just figure out what days you want to go. Maybe you want a break in between. You want to sleep, give your feet a break. I don't know what that is. A break. I don't get it. We're just used to rope drop till we close. And we stay the extra hour and shop. We're nuts. Make sure that you both have a ticket purchased and a reservation the days that you're planning to go to Disneyland or Disney California Adventure. I cannot reiterate this the most. It really stressed me out. My friend's like, yeah, we're planning on going. We've purchased tickets. And I'm like, have you made your reservations? Because if you don't make your reservations, you don't get into the park. This is the new thing. This is post-COVID difficulties that are with Disneyland that you have to overcome. Just embrace it. And they have reservation capacity. So that means if you don't make a reservation and they're at capacity with the reservation capacity, you're not getting into the park. Doesn't matter that you've purchased tickets. Doesn't matter that you flew in, you have a hotel, and you have beautiful Disney ears. You have got to make the reservation. Please make the reservation. And it's easy to do. It's on their website. If you use a third party, you have to go in and make the reservation with the tickets and use the SKU number. If you purchase it from the Disneyland website, you automatically, as you're purchasing, pick the day that you want to use it. You can have the tickets on your phone or you can print them out. You can purchase the Genie Plus in advance depending on how many days you're going. If you purchase Lightning Lanes, you usually have to do that the day of because the price fluctuates. So it's important to know that Genie Plus is like, it's like a fast pass. It gets you into rides faster, which is great, especially if you're only going to be there for a couple of days or even one day. I probably should have done it the day that we only went one day, but I was like, nah. I was trying to prove to my husband that we could go to Disneyland cheap. And it was rough because you just stood in line and it's like, we have 13 hours here. So realize that Disney Plus only works on certain rides in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. But you can purchase the extremely popular rides known as the Lightning Lane, depending on the park's capacity. So let's say you buy the Genie Plus, but you want to ride Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is not on Genie Plus. So you have to pay an additional fee, usually around $20, to get that fast pass to ride Rise of the Resistance. So recognize that. Genie Plus is more like Space Mountain, those type of rides that are a little more classic, not so new. The newer rides, except for Cars, man, the Cars ride, that's a Lightning Lane. Like, they're going to make it because it's so dang popular. So think about that in advance. Like, what do you want to do? You can purchase Genie Plus when you're there, but you can also purchase it in advance. But I believe Lightning Lanes is the day of because it fluctuates in price. If it's a super packed day, you're looking at like $30, $35 to ride Rise. To ride it without standing in line for hours. It's such a cool ride. Like, don't get me wrong. But when we did our one day only, we skipped it. Because I was like, nope, I don't have an hour plus to wait in line. And then it's like a 15, 20 minute ride. Anyway, figure out your budget and what you want to spend. There's so many people on Instagram that just crack me up there. They're like, they start trying to walk out the door and it's like souvenirs, $150. Food, $300. Like, it's a lot of money to go to Disneyland. Why do you think I keep trying to win it on the radio all the time? Realize food and souvenirs are astronomically more money than you would find anywhere else. Like a zip-up jacket with a hood that has ears on it is $75. A Spirit jersey, which is just a long sleeve sweater, not sweater, but a long sleeve shirt, you're looking at $80. Ears, $35. Like, it's just expensive. A churro right now is $7. So it's just something to take into consideration. It's more money than you think it's going to be. It's a good idea to bring in food from the park. They will let you. We always carry like trail mix snacks and jerky, like stuff that sticks a little bit better. You can also purchase souvenirs at home. The first time we went to Disneyland, that's what we did. We purchased, I think we got stuffed animals and stuff and t-shirts from like Walmart or Kohl's. And that way it's like, we're at the park. Here you go. I'm not buying the bubble wand. I'll give you this Daisy Duck that I bought. And they were okay with that. Now it's a free-for-all because I can't resist anything about Disneyland. Oh my gosh, my closet is 99% Disney. It's fine. It's great. I love it. I know that the bubble wands are purchased. You can purchase them at home. So those bubble wands that the kids have, they're expensive. But you can probably get them at Target for way cheaper and just bring them with you on your trip. There's also cheap things that you can do, like Sam's Club. You can buy like a $50 gift card to Disneyland for like $47. So you save money there. And it goes up. So like you can buy a $100 gift card for only $70. There's also, I think, the Target credit card also has some gift carding deals that you can use. There's ways to save money in Disneyland. It's just, you just got to find the way. Hopefully these gave you some tips to help you with Disneyland and preparing for this trip, because it's a trip. And I feel like one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is to just help people prepare and know what to expect, because it's a lot of money and you want to really, really savor your experience. So please like and subscribe, and I will work on healing and also coming up with some more tips to help you.